ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Cookeville, Tennessee. Tonight we're at Avery Trace.
Hospital.
Hopefully by the 20th, they'll be back home for Macon County coming up for the Junior Wildcats. But right now, the captains meet in the middle of the field. For Overton County, number 2, Bryson Masters. Number 7, Brody Miller. Number 19, Logan Wilhite. And number 66, Bryce Crouch, the captains for the Junior Wildcats, dressed in the white, the blue numbers, the blue football pants, white helmets. Avery Trace, their captains. Number 66, Chance Adams. And number 23, Jackson Jones. For the Raiders of Avery Trace, dressed in the navy blue, the white numbers, the red trim on the uniforms for Avery Trace as these two teams getting ready to play tonight. Perfect night for football on this Thursday night. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events. We want to take this opportunity before we get going to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Midstate Construction, Exit Realty, Bullseye Security, W&O Construction, Livingston Dairy Queen, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Wascon Incorporated, Livingston Regional Hospital, Willow Grove Marina, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables. As we get ready to get this one underway, the Junior Wildcats ready to come out onto the field to our right, a little bit lower than we usually are for football games. We are going to do our best to track everything here and keep you updated as to what's going on. As Overton County will be on the sideline nearest to us as they come through the banner onto the field for the first time tonight. Avery Trace will be across the way. Overton County looking for their first win of the season. Avery Trace, they are on a pretty good run right now as they are 5-0 coming into the game here tonight. So it'll be a tough matchup tonight between these two teams. As Overton County is coached by Kevin Coffey. He is assisted by Jonathan Ramsey, Jake Craig, and Peyton Long. Avery Trace is coached by Orlando Easter. He's assisted by Brian Jernigan, Bobby Jernigan, Chris Meadows, Marcus Marable, Zach Maxwell, Edward Graves, Ryan Rimley, Caleb Charleston, Ben Johnson, Crystal Easter, and Christy Graves for the Raiders of Avery Trace as they take the field through the red smoke to the far end of the field here as we get ready to get this one underway. As Overton County starting tonight on offense, we'll give you those when they come out on offense. Avery Trace, we've got their offensive skill players as they weren't sure of the offensive line as they change things up pretty often. So just about ready to get this one underway as Avery Trace will be on offense to start as Overton County will send the kick team out. Have to switch ends here. Overton County to kick off. As Avery Trace will drop deep to receive. Number 2, Keeli Davis, and number 23, Jackson Jones. The kick for Overton County is number 1, Will White for the Junior Wildcats as we get ready to get this one underway here tonight. There's the whistle from the official. White, little pooch kick. That's going to roll free. That's a loose football as they'll finally get to it. Avery Trace on the far side will pick it up. On the return is going to be Keeli Davis, and he'll take it up near the 40-yard line. That's going to be one thing that's going to be hard to see as low as we are. The yard markers, you can't see them. They're only on one side, so it's not going to be easy to keep track of that. We'll do the best we can here this evening as Avery Trace will have the football to start. They'll start at quarterback Easton Davidson, 8th grader. All of their starters are 8th graders coming off a season where they played a lot of 7th graders last year and now back this year as they line up a huge left tackle here on this side. That's number 68 for Avery Trace. And we'll track him down here as they've got a couple of 66s, so we'll have to check and see who that is. Avery Trace to throw. They're going deep down the far side. Got a man out there. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a first down for Avery Trace. Is making the catch is number 2, Keeli Davis, over on the far side. Or didn't know. They said incomplete. Incomplete on the pass. Couldn't hold on, so it's incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Avery Trace as they'll line it up from the 42-yard line right in the middle of the field. Good crowd on the field here at Avery Trace. This was the old Cookeville High School. Changed it into a middle school when the new one was built over on the far side. Trips coming to the left side for Davidson. Davidson takes the snap. He'll hand off inside to Gist. Gist running off the right side will pick up pretty good yardage as he cuts it back up the middle. He'll take it across the 45 to about the 48. Pickup of 6 for Latavius Gist. And a penalty marker down. Will be a hold against Avery Trace. So this is going to back them up on the hold. It'll move it back to the 34-yard line where it will be first down again. They'll replay first down. It'll be 1st and 18. They'll replay second down. It'll be 2nd and 18 for Avery Trace. Right there in that bit of sunshine still creeping through the trees here behind us as the Raiders break the huddle. Just underway here in the first quarter. Davidson from the shotgun, empty backfield. They'll send a man in motion to the left. They overload this side, throw it out quickly, complete. And that's a good open field tackle. It's coming in to make the stop. It's going to be number 9. That is Kyle Massengale. Tackling number 23, Jackson Jones, for a loss on the play. They'll spot him all the way back at the 27. Going to be a loss of 7 and set up a 3rd down and long now for the Raiders of Avery Trace. They've got to get to the 48-yard line of Overton County to pick up this first down. So that's going to be 3rd down and a long way for the Raiders as they'll send 1 wide receiver to this side, 2 go wide to the right. Running back in the backfield with Davidson now as he'll take the snap. Has some pressure. Throws deep down the far sideline. Got a man. It's caught. That's Jones. Jones to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown for Jackson Jones, going 74 yards for the touchdown. And Avery Trace is on the board with 6:32 to play in the first quarter. Just laid it out over on the far side, let Jackson Jones run under it, and he was able to do so and then outrun everybody to the end zone to score the touchdown for the Raiders. And now they'll line it up for a 2-point conversion in a 6-0 game here in Cookeville. We'll line up a little Wildcat formation here, it looks like. No, yeah, it will be Jones from the Wildcat. He'll try the right side off the quarterback keeper. Did he get there? He did not, so the conversion fails. They ran the clock on that 2-point conversion. You're not supposed to do that, but that cost 5 seconds there. The score came with 6:32. Clock sits now at 6:27, so Avery Trace, after Overton County had gotten them into 3rd and very long, they're able to convert on a long pass play from Easton Davidson to Jackson Jones to score the touchdown and move them in front 6-0 after Overton County stops the 2-point conversion. Now Avery Trace to kick off for the first time as they'll be kicking to Overton County. He'll be moving from left to right here tonight here in Cookeville. Deep to receive for Overton County will be number 2, Bryson Masters. Dropping deep in the middle of the field along with number 9, Kyle Massengale, back there to receive the kick. Avery Trace to kick off here with number 1 to kick off. Don't have a 1 on our roster. Little pooch kick. That ball is free, and Overton County will dive on it over on the far side as they just tried to put it in one of those spots where the kick team can go get it just as quickly as the receive team, but Overton County able to fall on it and get possession for the Junior Wildcats. Number 1, Colt Reese for Avery Trace. He's a 6th grader, looks like, for the Raiders. Overton County on offense now for the first time as they'll come out 1st and 10 at about the 33-yard line. Can't really see the down marker there, but that's where it looks like it's close to. Masters, the quarterback, Bryson Masters, will take the snap. He's going to try a little quarterback sneak here. Short gain, if any, on the play as he'll be tackled. He did hand off to the fullback, White. Will pick up a yard on the play. Will White with the first carry. No gain, they say, to set up 2nd and 10. The running backs, the fullback is Will White, number 1. Tailback, number 9, Kyle Massengale. Wide receivers, number 10, Carter Harris, and number 11, Brandon Bowman. The tight end is number 7, Brody Miller. We'll get the offensive line coming up right after this. Masters from the shotgun with White to his right. They split out Massengale as a slot on this right side. They'll bring a man in motion with Harris coming across the formation. They'll pitch it to him. Harris going to be tackled after a short gain as a good open field stop by Avery Trace as they come in and make the tackle. Going to be a short gain on the run for Carter Harris. They'll say no gain on the carry. Offensive line for Overton County. The center is number 75, Dalton Pennycuff. Left guard, Creed Taylor, number 63. Right guard, number 68, Bryton Getz. Right tackle, number 66, Bryce Crouch. And the left tackle, number 74, Noah Jones. 3rd and 10 for Overton County. 4:50 to play here in the first quarter. Avery Trace on top, 6-0. Masters from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Has some pressure. Tries to roll away from it. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked back by the Avery Trace defense. Just nobody to throw to down there as everyone covered that time by Avery Trace. Going to be a loss. A big loss on the play. They'll back him up all the way inside the 20, 25. It's going to be spotted down. So the punt team coming on for Overton County is Will White. Will come in to punt for the Junior Wildcats. Halfway through this first quarter here in Cookeville. Overton County late getting a player on the field, and they'll have to take a timeout. Timeout called by Overton County. 3:50 to play in the first quarter. Avery Trace 6, Overton County 0.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The best award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding.
Bounce, though, now a sideways bounce, and it will be inside the 40, where Avery Trace will take over as they'll have the football with a short field to work with. We'll see where they spot it down here. It will be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders at about the 37-yard line. He said you can't really see the down markers. There aren't any on the other side of the field. No numbers on the field. So it's a little tough to keep track of the down and distance. But it's 1st and 10 here after the punt with Easton Davidson back out there for the Raiders. Takes the snap, rolling to his right, has some pressure. Davidson going to run with it. takes it off the right side before he's tackled out of bounds by Overton County. Good stop over there defensively for the junior Wildcats, as coming up to make the play for Overton County, number 11, Brandon Bowman on the stop. Short gain for the quarterback, Davidson. And that'll be a pretty long gain for Davidson. He'll pick up about 9 on the carry, call it 8. And we'll set up a 2nd and 2 now for the Avery Trace offense. They move inside of Davidson. Now send him back away from the quarter. Oh, that's almost a pick 6 by Kyle Massengale. Read that one well. Saw the little out pattern. They'd seen something in film with Jackson Jones, that little motion toward the quarterback, then send him back toward the sidelines. Massengale jumping that route, and it goes through his hands. If Kyle can hold on right there, that's a easy pick 6, but a little too much on it. Went through the hands of the defensive player, and it'll be a 3rd down now and about 2. Actually, they picked up a 1st down on that last carry. They moved the chains late, so it's now a 2nd and 10 for Avery Trace. Gist to the right of Davidson. They'll send him in motion as they overload that side. Going to throw back weak side to the one-on-one receiver. Tried to get out to number 2, Keli Davis, but it's incomplete, as Overton County had pretty good defense over here with number 7, Brody Miller, there on the coverage. Or was it? Wasn't Miller, I don't think. I think it was number 10, Carter Harris, there on the coverage for Overton County. Good job going step for step with Keli Davis, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 10 for Avery Trace. Last time they had a 3rd and long, they came up with a big play. Let's see what they do here as the officials are going to talk to each other. They've got 3rd down on the down marker, got 4th down on the board. Back with you here. We lost power there just a moment ago and caused us to have to reboot everything. We're back going. It's going to be a 2nd down for Avery Trace. While we were away, another good defensive play by Carter Harris. He's broken up a couple of pass attempts. Davidson going to try to run right up the middle, as he's going to be close to the goal line. Going to be wrapped up just short of the goal line, it looks like, as Kyle Massengale coming in to make the stop. But it will be 1st and goal now for Avery Trace. First and goal for the Raiders as we move under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, with Avery Trace leading 6-0. Davidson again from the shotgun takes the snap. Got a lead blocker this time, but he's going to be short again, as Overton County, another good one-on-one tackle there by the junior Wildcats, as making that one number 58, Mason Anderson, on the stop for Overton County. No, they will say he scored. He got in for the touchdown. As we told you, tough angle. Can't see the referee on this near side. Late signal. They did signal touchdown for Avery Trace, so he does go in to put them in front 12-0 with 2:31 to play here in the first quarter. And that Wildcat from Jackson Jones for Avery Trace, as he'll play the quarterback on this 2-point conversion. End around. They'll hand off to the end around to the back, coming around number 15, Latavius Gist, and he'll take it in on this left side to score the 2-point conversion and to move Avery Trace in front now 14-0. After defensively they got a good stop, had a short field to work with, been able to take it in and score the touchdown, add the 2-point conversion to go up 14-0 here in the first quarter over Overton County. Let's take an opportunity to thank our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Family Healthcare, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Regional Hospital, Wascon Incorporated, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Hall Funeral Home, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, W&O Construction, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, and Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands. Avery Trace to kick off, as it will be Colt Reese to kick off for the Raiders. Massengale and Masters deep to receive the kick. Reese, another short one as he pops it up to the far side. It'll be caught there. And a big return here by Overton County as they'll take it up across the Avery Trace 45 down to the 43. That is Will White on the return for Overton County. So they'll have a short field here as they'll start this drive inside the 45 at the 43. And thank goodness they moved to this end for 2:27 at least here in this first quarter, as Masters will lead out his offense once again. Needing to put something on the board here with Avery Trace. 2 possessions, 2 scores for the Raiders. Masters from the shotgun, empty backfield, trips to the right side. They have pressure. Masters throws it incomplete. Tried to get over here to Massengale, over his head and out of bounds. Was a forward pass, so it's going to be an incomplete pass and set up a 2nd and 10 now for the Overton County offense, as they line up right in the middle of the field inside the 45-yard line. That little pooch kick that Avery Trace has tried a couple of times didn't work for him that time, as Will White, the starting fullback on offense for Overton County, able to catch it on a hop and take it into Avery Trace territory quickly. He was 1 tackle away from taking it the distance. But now Masters with a 2nd and 10. Trips again to this near side. Pressure coming. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Avery Trace, just an all-out blitz with Landon McCarter and Latavius Gist combining for the sack that time. They both came off those defensive ends. Just got so wide the tackles couldn't get there, and they get back there for a 10-yard loss on the play. That's going to set up a 3rd and 20 now for the Overton County offense as we move inside 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. White, Massengale, and Bowman come to this near side. Harris going wide to the left for the Overton County offense. Blitz coming. There's pressure. Masters in trouble. He's sacked again. That's number 8, Landon McCarter. Just speed off the edge by McCarter, and he's able to get there and tackle him for a big loss and set up a 4th and long now for Overton County, and so long they may have to punt the football away. As Avery Trace, a couple of blitzes, and Landon McCarter has been the player with the speed to get there both times. And now it's going to be 4th down and about 30 for Overton County. So Will White will come on to punt for the junior Wildcats. So Avery Trace is going to get it back as White will punt. Low snap, rolls to him. White will get it away. Going to be a short punt. We'll take a little Overton County bounce and we'll die right at midfield, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Avery Trace, right at the 50-yard line. Well, Avery Trace touched that one and then just left it laying there. That's a live football if they'd done that. But it will be a 1st and 10 for Avery Trace as they're able to fall on it at midfield. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from that point. Avery Trace, 1st and 10. They're going to say they're at the Overton County 49-yard line. Davidson, 2 backs with him back there this time, Gist and Jones. They'll have fake to Gist. They'll run the option. Jones has open field on the right side. Jones to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Avery Trace, as Jackson Jones takes it the distance, but a hold is going to be called on the far side. Penalty thrown on the edge over there, so it's coming back. Penalty marker down on the play, going to be holding against Avery Trace. So Jones has his 2nd long touchdown, this one taken off the board. And the penalty will be stepped off from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be pretty close. It's going to end up pretty close to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, they'll gain about 2 on it. So it'll be a 1st down and 7 now for Avery Trace. From the 1st down and 8 from the 47-yard line for the Raiders. Don't see too many 1st and 8s. 28 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Davidson breaks the huddle. Movement on both sides. Let's see who they've got. Was Overton County in the neutral zone, or were they drawn into the neutral zone on this one? Going to be offsides against the junior Wildcats, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll set up a 1st and 3 now for Avery Trace. Don't see that too often. 1st and 3 right here for the offense, and they'll take a timeout here. 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's Avery Trace 14, Overton County 0. We'll take this opportunity.
Close to home.
Hit a spot here. We are looking for someone to help us out here on Overton Events. We are covering, of course, the sporting events. We also are covering the meetings, the City Council meeting, Livingston City Council, the Overton County Commission, Overton County School Board. So there are times like last night when those two conflict. So we're looking for someone to help us out to go cover those events for us. And Tyler can train you in. He can help you out. Just give him a call at 704-7156. That's 931-704-7156. Or email him at overtonevents@gmail.com. That's overtonevents@gmail.com if you'd like to help us out. He can talk to you about the pay and everything. And if you want to help out, we'd appreciate some assistance on some of these, as we have a lot of things going and are looking for a little help to be able to carry the several events that we are carrying. After the timeout, 1st and 3 here for Avery Trace. Davidson, one-handed catch on the snap. He'll go deep. Got a man out there. It's caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Keli Davis. Davis taking it in on the long touchdown pass, their second one of the first half, and they'll go in front now 20-0. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter as Avery Trace jumping in front early here on the Overton County Junior Wildcats. That's the second long touchdown pass of this game for Easton Davidson. But is it coming back? It's coming back. It's going to be an eligible receiver downfield, so they'll call that one back. And a timeout going to be called by Avery Trace, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty when we come back. 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It's Avery Trace 14, Overton County 0.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
After the timeout, Avery Trace a little slow breaking the huddle as they're back out there now for the Raiders. Some penalties have taken 2 touchdowns off the board on this drive for Avery Trace, but they still have it 1st down. 1st and 8 for the Raiders from the 47-yard line as Davidson will take the snap. Hands off Jones. Jones cuts it up in the middle, and he'll pick up pretty good yardage on 1st down. Will White holding on there for Overton County along with number 53. or rather 63, Creed Taylor there for Overton County. It's 58 for the Junior Wildcats. Mason Anderson, and that's the end of the first quarter. After one complete, it's Avery Trace 14, Overton County 0. Ready to start the second quarter here with Avery Trace facing a 2nd down and 2 from the 41-yard line of Overton County, moving to the goal to our right now. Davidson, quick throw out to the far side, going to be incomplete. They tried to get out on a little bubble screen over to the far side, but couldn't connect, and the incompletion going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Raiders on the first play of the second quarter. We said Avery Trace, their head coach, Orlando Easter, he's not going to be happy with a couple of penalties taking away touchdowns on this drive. Still trying to keep this drive going with a 3rd down and 2 here. Davidson, high snap. He'll pull it down. He'll run with it. He'll pick up the 1st down as he takes it across the 40, down to the 35-yard line where he's brought down. But it will be enough for a 1st down, as in there making the stop is going to be Ethan Walker for the Junior Wildcats, but it will be a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of Overton County, as that was the first priority for Avery Trace on that 3rd down. Just pick up that 1st down and move the chains and get a new set of downs to try to keep this drive going. Davidson gets the play call from Coach Easter over on the far side. They break the huddle. Sending wide receiver to the left side, Jalen Dink, going that way. Davidson takes the snap, has time. Going to throw that bubble screen this time. It's caught over there. It's going to be Dink that made the catch, as Dink will take it for the touchdown for Avery Trace. 35 yards to Jalen Dink for the touchdown for the Raiders, as they take it in and score their 3rd touchdown. No flags on this one, so they'll line it up for the 2-point conversion. Again, going to be the shotgun with Jackson Jones running the quarterback spot, the Wildcat formation with Jones there. 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll hand off on an end around, and that one's going to be stopped by Massengale. Massengale just shooting the gap on that one, gets in the backfield to tackle the running back on a little end around as they try to run it with number 8, Landon McCarter, who has good speed. We've seen that on defense, but Massengale there reading that edge and taking it away and stopping the 2-point conversion. So with 6:58 to play in the first half, Avery Trace adds to their lead. It's Avery Trace 20, Overton County 0. We also want to take this opportunity to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to Overton Events on YouTube. Just click that subscribe button and help our channel grow. Here is we try to bring you as many events around Overton County as we possibly can. Of course, in Cookeville tonight with Overton County taking on Avery Trace in this conference matchup for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. The kickoff will be Colt Reese for Avery Trace, Massengale, and Masters deep to receive the kick, but Reese has kicked them short the first 2 times. White got a good return on the last one. He's one of the up men. Over on the other side of the field is Clayton Loftus for Overton County. Let's see what Reese does with it this time. He'll kick it toward Loftus. It'll bounce, and Miller will pick it up at the 35. Brody going to be wrapped up at the 39, but they're not kicking deep with anything. Brody Miller, one of the second line of return men from the back, able to return that one for about 5 yards and set up a 1st and 10 for Overton County at their own 38-yard line, where they'll have it as Bryson Masters will get the play call from Coach Kevin Coffey here on this near sideline. Of course, Overton County, this was scheduled to be a home game, but the field not ready up at Livingston Academy yet, so they're hoping to be back home for the final regular season game against Macon County on the 20th of September. I formation behind Masters this time. Masters will hand off deep in the eye to Massengale, and there's nowhere to go. Ball came out. The whistle had already blown, I believe. Massengale will lose about 3 on the play and set up a 2nd and 13 now for the Overton County offenses. Avery Trace just blitzing on every play right now. They'll say he lost 4 back to the 29, so it's 2nd and 14 for the junior Wildcats. They have it. I said the 29, it's at the 34-yard line where it's 2nd and 14. Bowman coming wide to the left. Harris going wide to the right. Masters again under center. They'll offset the fullback to the right side. Massengale, the standing tailback, will take the pitch running to the left. Massengale turns it upfield, but that's a good open field tackle right there by Avery Trace, number 20, in there to make the stop. That's DeWitt Inman on the tackle. It's going to be a loss on the pitch play back to the 30-yard line, where it will now be a 3rd down and 18 as Inman is coming from that inside linebacker spot, just reading the football, able to get there and tackle them for a loss. And now a 3rd down and long for Overton County. So you know that this Avery Trace defense is going to be coming after them right here. They've been blitzing on every play, and with this 3rd and long, you know they're going to send the house here, so whatever Overton County does, it's going to have to be quick, because those edge rushers have been getting there very quickly. Masters under center. Miller, the tight end, to the right side. 8 men in the box for Avery Trace. Masters will pitch to Massengale. He wants to throw. The ball is knocked free. They'll say his arm was going forward. It's going to be an incomplete pass. That's number 8 again getting back there. He's been in the backfield a lot tonight. Landon McCarter there to cause that incomplete pass attempt by Massengale on the halfback option. It's going to set up a 4th down now. Looks like Overton County is going to go for it here with 4:26 to play in the 2nd quarter. And Avery Trace leading 20-0 here at home in Cookeville. Happy to have you with us here on Overton Events. And now Overton County is going to have to take a timeout. They'll call it as the clock continues to run here at Avery Trace. Timeout called by Overton County. They stop it now with 4:05 to play in the first half. And Avery Trace 20, Overton County 0. Fourth down and long for Overton County. 4th and 18 for the junior Wildcats. There after the timeout, going to send the punt team on with Will White coming in to punt for Overton County. Snap goes through the hands of White. That ball is loose. White will pick it up and will try to run with it, and he's going to be tackled inside the 25-yard line, inside the 20, or right at the 20, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Avery Trace. White trying to hurry a little bit that time. That one a little high over his left shoulder, went right through the hands. And as he was able to pick it up and try to return it, Avery Trace was already in the backfield with him, and they'll have it with a short field here now for the Raiders halfway through this second quarter in a 20-0 Avery Trace lead. They going with a new quarterback here. It looks like they now Davidson will come in. Overton County only 10 men on the field as Massengale getting out there quickly for the junior Wildcats. Davidson will hand off to a new running back going right up the middle for a short gain. Good tackle made there by Overton County as they make the stop on the running back, number 11, Branton Jernigan, on the carry for the Raiders. So Coach Easter getting some new players in there now with a new running back carrying the football. Ethan Walker on the tackle there for Overton County. Gain of 3 on the play to set up a 2nd and 7. Running backs to each side of Davidson. They'll hand off to number 11 again, Jernigan, and he'll pick up pretty good yardage on that play. He's an 8th grader for Avery Trace. Most everybody out there right now for the Raiders, 8th graders. Will be a gain of 5 and set up a 3rd down and 2 now for the Raiders offense. As Davidson went all the way to the far sideline to get the play call. Jones to the left of Davidson. Jernigan to the right on 3rd and 2. 2 downs to pick up this 1st down for the Raiders offense. Trying to draw Overton County offsides. Davidson will keep it. He'll bounce it to the outside. Gets to the edge. Penalty marker thrown. Going to be a hold on Avery Trace. So this one's going to be coming back. Good open field tackle on the far side by Carter Harris. As that hold had gotten him to the edge, but Harris able to get there and close that down, so it might not have went for a 1st down anyway, but the penalty is going to bring it back and put them behind the chains for a 3rd down and long. See, one of the defensive players for Overton County just completely turned around when Avery Trace got into the shoulder pads, just grabbed them there and turned them around. Will be a 3rd down and 12 now for the Raiders offense. So a little tougher to pick up this 1st down now for Avery Trace. They're 3 for 3 on possession, scoring touchdowns tonight. Overton County a chance to rise up here late in the second quarter and keep them out of the end zone, though. Davidson. From the shotgun. Takes the snap. Davidson wants to throw. Looks in the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. That's number 3 there with the reception for Avery Trace. That's Brady Casal with the reception. And it will be enough for a 1st and goal for the Raiders. They'll spot it down about the 7-yard line where it will be 1st and goal. With 1:48 to play, clock running here in the first half. Davidson in no big hurry here with his team leading. They'll get the football to start the second half as well. Davidson, quick throw to the far side, going to be caught and going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Harris over there on the tackle as a penalty marker going to be thrown. Going to be a face mask, personal foul against Overton County. So they'll tack on half the distance to the goal here. It will also carry with it a first down. So it'll be first and goal again from about the 3-yard line. First and goal, Raiders. 1:18 to play in the first half. Davidson will go straight up the middle behind Jones. Davidson will take it in to score the touchdown from 4 yards out. So Easton Davidson with the rushing touchdown on this drive to take it in for the Raiders and put them in front now 26-0 with 1:12 to play here in the second quarter. So Davidson's thrown a couple. Now he runs for a touchdown. They'll attempt the 2-point conversion here. Try to make it 28-0. High snap. Davidson hands off Jones as they stay with their base offense on this 2-point conversion. Did he get in? He did for the 2-point conversion. They stay with their base offense with the quarterback out there. Davidson hands off to Jackson Jones, who takes it in to score the 2-point conversion. So with 1:12 to play in the first half, it's Avery Trace 28, Overton County 0. Avery Trace to kick off with Colt Reese to kick off for the Raiders. Line drive kick. Going to roll to Masters. Masters up the right side. Will take it across the 35. Breaks a tackle up across the 40. And up near the 45-yard line. Oh, they'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 41. So it'll be first and 10 Overton County from their own 41 with 1:06 to play here in the first half. So the kick to Bryson Masters this time, a little deeper, and Masters able to get a good return out of it. And a timeout going to be called by Avery Trace. They'll take it with 1:06 to play second quarter, leading by a score of 28-0.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Timeout. Avery Trace using their second timeout of this first half as Bryson Masters will lead the Junior Wildcats offense back out there. Avery Trace taking that timeout before starting this defensive series for them. First and 10 Overton County from their own 41. Two wide receivers go to the right side. White to the left of Masters. Massengale split out. They'll bring him in motion. They'll hand it to him on the end around. Massengale trying to turn the corner but can't get away. Good closing speed by Avery Trace as number 20 again getting in there. That's DeWitt Inman on the tackle for the Raiders, and a loss of 4 on the play. Going to set up a 2nd and 14 as the clock runs down to 44 seconds to play in the first half. Masters not in any hurry here with that loss on the play, getting back out into the huddle. Maybe the last play of the first half here. Masters from the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Masters rolling to his right. He's going to run. Penalty marker thrown. Masters will bounce it to the outside. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard beyond that. But the penalty is going to be in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold against Overton County. And if it stepped off from where the flag was thrown, that's going to be about a 17-yard penalty. Let's see where they step it off from. It's going to be declined. They'll decline the penalty and set up a third down. It'll be third down and about 8 for Overton County as they'll move the football up to the 43-yard line where it'll be third down and 8. 12 seconds to play in the first half. Masters pushed out of bounds, so the clock stopped with him getting out of bounds. White to the left of Masters. Masters takes the snap. He's rolling this way, wanting to run, tries the stiff arm, but can't get away from Inman. DeWitt Inman just blitzing every time from that middle linebacker position, able to get back there and tackle Masters for a loss, and that's going to end the first half. So at halftime, it's Avery Trace 28, Overton County 0. We'll come back with the second half in just a little bit. Trace Middle School to start the second half. It will be Overton County to receive to start the second half. I think I said that Avery Trace would, but it will be Overton County to receive, as they'll get Masters and Massengale back deep to receive. Miller and Harris directly in front of them. Then it is White and Loftus. Those have been the two they've been kicking it to each time so far. The last one actually went to Masters a little deeper, but Colt Reese to kick off for the Raiders. Line drive going to be knocked down, and falling on it is going to be Loftus over on the far side. So he just knocked it down there and had to fall on it to keep possession. That's what you're taught to do, though, as an up man. Just be sure you get possession first, and that's what he did. And Overton County will have it 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, where they'll have it for the first possession of this second half. As Avery Trace defense has played very well in this first half. As Masters coming out for Overton County to lead his offense. Two wide receivers coming to the near side, one going wide to the right. As Masters takes the snap, he's going to run with it, going to be caught in the backfield. Oh, that's a good tackle back there by the Avery Trace defender, as they get back there and tackle him for a loss. Just grabbing the foot and holding on was the Raiders defender, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, maybe 4 to set up a, let's call it 3, 2nd and 13 for the Overton County offense. Christopher Gonsalves there to make the tackle for the Raiders, a 7th grader in there for Avery Trace. Overton County breaks the huddle. And 2 wide receivers to the left side working this side. Now they'll move Harris back across the formation. Football lined up right in the middle of the field, right on top of the crown there for Bryson Masters. Masters will take the snap. He'll pitch back to Massengale, trying to turn the corner, but he can't get away. That's number 20 in there again, Inman, DeWitt Inman, just mirroring that tailback every time he catches the pitch. And Inman going to tackle him for a loss of 4 back to the 32-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 18 for Overton County. 3rd and 18 for the junior Wildcats, so that defense continuing to put pressure on the offense of Overton County. Tight end to the left side. 2 wide receivers work the right side, the wide side of the field now, as they scrimmage from the hash mark on the left. Masters takes the snap. Blitz coming. They set up the screen to White. Good call. White up across the 40. White to the 44-yard line is going to be short of the 1st down, but that's the perfect way to run a screen. They let those aggressive defensive frontline players go. Masters just dropped it off to White right behind them, and White going to pick up good yardage. Needed 18. He got about 11. So it's 4th and 7 now for the Overton County offense. They'll stay out there in this 28-0 score. Possession down here for the Overton County offense. Masters from the shotgun with White to his left. Masters takes the snap. Blitz coming. That screen again. White can't hold on. A little bit underthrown as White tried to catch it on the fingertips. Couldn't do so, and the incompletion is going to see Avery Trace take over on downs, 1st and 10 at the Overton County 44-yard line. Raiders will have it there, leading 28-0. See if Davidson comes back out for the Raiders. He will be back out for this series. First and 10 Raiders from the Overton County 44-yard line. Their first possession of the second half, starting with 5:11 to play in the third quarter. Davidson will take the snap. Throws a little bubble screen out there to Jones. He's going to pick up good yardage, taking it across the 40 down to the 42, maybe 43-yard line. 42, or the 37-yard line, they'll say he's down. So a pickup of about 7 on the play. Second down to long 3 for the Raider offense. Little bubble screen. And any play can become a big play. He's got that breakaway ability, but Overton County able to keep him hemmed in that time and stop him short of the first down and set up a 2nd and 3 now for the Raiders offense. Man in motion for Avery Trace as they put 2 wide receivers on each side for Davidson. Davidson throwing deep down the middle of that motion man, makes the adjustment on the underthrown ball, but can't make the catch as Brody Miller out there in coverage of E. Graves on the coverage there, or on the pattern. Falling incomplete to set up a 3rd down now. The official put the football in the wrong spot. Back judge placing it. That's not his job. Now the referee will come in and fix that. So it's 3rd down and 3 now for the Raiders. Miller, pretty good defense there, just kind of shielding that wide receiver from being able to come back and make the catch. So 3rd down and 3 as they line 3 wide receivers on this near side. They'll run it back the other way with Gist, and he's going to pick up a 1st down and take it inside the 30-yard line. As on the carry, Latavius Gist with a 1st down for the Raiders. They'll move it all the way down to the 25, where it will be 1st and 10 for Avery Trace. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter with Avery Trace leading 28-0 here in Cookeville tonight. Davidson with Gist to his right in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to each side once again for the Raiders offense. They'll take the snap. Davidson rolling to his right. Has pressure this time and will be sacked. Good defensive play there by Overton County. Will White in there to get the finish. The initial pressure coming from Mason Anderson. White will finish him off, and it's going to be a sack on the play. They haven't had many negative plays, but that one right there is going to back them up behind the chains again and set up a 2nd and 13 now for the Raiders offense. Davidson getting the play call from the far side. They're going to have to hurry a little bit. Long conversation over there with his offensive coordinator. So he's going to have to hustle back out here and get them lined up before this 25-second clock runs out. Hash mark on the right where the football is placed down. Something you very rarely see. The lights are on the ends of the football field. They're on the goal line, turned at an angle to cover the field. Well-lit field, but it's just an odd formation for the lights. Davidson under pressure, rolling away from it. Flips it out to a wide-open receiver. It's going to be a touchdown for Avery Trace. Just lost him coming out of the backfield, and it's going to be a touchdown to Graves for Avery Trace as the pressure applied by Mason Anderson, but Easton Davidson able to roll away from it. And when they came up to try to support the run, Graves got wide open, and they found him for the touchdown. If I'm not mistaken, that's the 3rd throwing touchdown for Easton Davidson, and he also has a rushing touchdown. They add to their scores. They lead now 34-0. Continuous clock will begin now with the next kickoff, with the 30-point lead for Avery Trace. Davidson from the shotgun. Send a man in motion. Davidson takes the snap. He'll throw to the far side. It's going to be caught for the 2-point conversion. Over there making the catch for the Raiders as they will add to their lead. They go in front now 36-0 with 2:11 to play in the third quarter. Colt Reese to kick off for Avery Trace. He's been a busy man here tonight for the Raiders. 2:11 to play in the third quarter. Avery Trace extending their lead now to 36-0. I believe they've scored on every possession tonight, have the Raiders. Reese kicks this one a little deeper. Masters will take it at the 35 as they move him upfield, but it's a big tackle right there by Avery Trace, number 9. He's the man that caught the two-point conversion. James McLeod coming up to make the stop for the Raiders. And now the continuous clock is running here with the 30-plus lead for Avery Trace. But McLeod, the clothesline there, Masters took a hard hit at the 38-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Junior Wildcats. Avery Trace getting some new defensive players out there right now. Bryson Masters gets the play call from Coach Coffey over on this near side. Break the huddle. Tight end to the right side. Wide receivers to each side for the Overton County offense. They line it up in the I formation. Don't see that too much with Masters going under center. Masters will take the snap. He'll hand off to Massengale, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield. Avery Trace, as we said, they've just been blitzing every play, even with this second unit defense out there. Well, they're not all second unit. That's pretty much the first team defense still out there for Avery Trace, and they're going to tackle Massengale for a loss on the play as we'll move inside a minute to play here in the third quarter. Masters still out there at quarterback for Overton County. Ball spotted down at the 34-yard line, where it's 2nd and 14 for the Overton County offense. Masters takes the snap. Blitz coming. They set up that screen again, but Avery Trace read it this time as White's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as Avery Trace had that one well scouted. Kenyon Marable just waiting there, mirroring that running back, just stayed right with Will White and wraps him up on a good open field tackle. Now, if Marable doesn't make that tackle, White could go a long way, but that was his job to just mirror the tailback, and he did so and wraps him up for no gain, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Avery Trace 36, Overton County 0. for the junior Wildcats. Masters will take the low snap. Has pressure from the backside. He's in trouble. He's sacked. Avery Trace getting there again, as that is number 8, Landon McCarter, and number 20, DeWitt Inman in there on the sack, as they just again coming off the edge from the outside, able to bring him down for a loss and set up a 4th down and long now for the Overton County offense. White will come on to punt. Jackson Jones deep to receive the punt. He settles in at about the Avery Trace 47. Snap is high. White will get to it. We'll punt this one away. Pretty good punt here. It'll take an Overton County bounce inside the 45, rolling down to the 41, where it will be downed by the punt coverage team. It's a good punt right there by Will White to flip the field and move it all the way back to the 41-yard line, where Avery Trace will have it 1st and 10 here tonight. Let's see if their first team offense comes back out. Clock continues to run with 6.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. We're going to have a new quarterback out there, number 9. Going to play quarterback now. That's James McLeod, a 7th grader for Coach Orlando Easter. Thanks to Coach Easter for all the help he was to us tonight, getting us set up here with the power and everything. He supplied some extension cords to really help us out. We appreciate all the help that he was to us, him and his staff here getting set up. McLeod from the shotgun will take the snap. Rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. McLeod, penalty marker down. McLeod off the right side, going to have a big gain, pushed out of bounds, but a penalty marker thrown in the backfield is going to bring this one back. Going to be holding against Avery Trace, so it will come back. Clock is stopped. It's not supposed to, but they stop it here. He stepped off from the spot of the foul, and we'll move it all the way back to the 29-yard line, where it will be 1st down and about 22 here for the Raider offense. As they have it at the 29. First team offensive line still out there. New quarterback of these wide receivers played with the first team offense. They'll stack up 3 over here on this near side. Bring a man in motion. Little bubble screen going to be caught. Quick move to the 30, to the 35, where he's wrapped up by Will White. Making the catch for Avery Trace is going to be number 5, Jalen Dink, there on the reception. And it will take it up to the 35, where it will be 2nd and 16 now for the Raiders. As James McLeod opens up 1-for-1 throwing the football. Second down and 16 from the hash mark on the left side. Man-to-man coverage over on this near side on a single receiver. They work 3 wide receivers on the far side. Blitz coming. McLeod rolling away from it. McLeod turns the corner, takes it across the 40, and is wrapped up over at about the 42-yard line, the 43-yard line. Looked like Will White over there on the far side of the field making the stop. The gain will be for 8, and we'll set up a 3rd and 8 now for Avery Trace. We're halfway through this 4th quarter, with Avery Trace leading 36-0 here in Cookeville. McLeod leading the offense on this series. Overton County trying to force the first punt of the night from Avery Trace. No turnovers here tonight. Nobody's turned the football over as I think back. McLeod, lots of time, throws down the middle. It's going to be caught. It's going to be a 1st down. Receiver still running, and he's going to be tripped up by White as making the catch is number 44. That is Graves on the reception, but it will be enough for a 1st down for Avery Trace. And with that, they can burn a lot of this clock. As with the continuous clock, it runs now with 3:20 to play here in the 4th quarter. As that's a good job converting on a 3rd and 8 by their 2nd team quarterback, James McLeod. and the receiver Graves. 1st and 10 Raiders as we move inside 3 minutes to play here in the second half. Avery Trace with trips again to this near side. They stack them up direct. So it's going to be about 2nd and 1 here for Avery Trace. So a gain of 9 for McLeod. McLeod. Sets them up in the shotgun. Running back to the right side of him. Overton County going to get a sub into the lineup. Only had 10 players out there for the Junior Wildcats defense. McLeod wanting to throw. Has time. He's going deep down the near side. Got a man out there. It's going to be caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Avery Trace, as they'll take it in on the deep throw from McLeod as they get the receiving touchdown here late in the game. I think that was number 12 that made the catch. Couldn't see him down in that far corner. Ryder Hammonds with the reception for the Raiders to make it 42-0 here in Cookeville. They'll line up for the 2-point conversion. So McLeod throwing the touchdown. They stay perfect on the night, scoring on each offensive possession. McLeod rolling to his right. He's going to be in trouble, and White's going to get to him and stop the 2-point conversion. Will White in there to stop the conversion, and it will be with 1:37 to play in the fourth. Avery Trace 42, Overton County 0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Hall Funeral Home, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, W&O Construction, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Regional Hospital, Wascon Incorporated, and Puckett's Family Dentistry, making our broadcast possible here tonight. Go out and support our sponsors. Without them, we'd be unable to bring these live events to you here on Overton Events. As Colt Reese to kick off once again for the Raiders, as he'll kick it away here. Reese pops this one up in the air. White will catch it at about the 42, up across midfield, and brought down at about the 49 of Avery Trace on a hard tackle there, as they'll spot him down after that return. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for Overton County. I'll say he's right at the 50-yard line, it looks like. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Junior Wildcats. Clock runs as we move under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Overton County got some new players out there for this, what will be the final possession of the game for the Junior Wildcats. Avery Trace got some new players out there as well. See who the new quarterback will be for Overton County. They're going to line up under center. Looks like it's number 3, Grayson Bowles, the new quarterback for the Junior Wildcats. He'll hand off to a running back running off this right side. Let's see who that is. There's a new running back in there for Overton County. Blake Smith, number 16 on the carry for the Junior Wildcats, and that's going to be the final play of the game. And your final score is going to be Avery Trace 42, Overton County 0, as the Junior Wildcats will just see this time run out here in the fourth quarter. We want to say thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. We appreciate their support. If you want to sponsor with us, just contact Tyler at overtonevents@gmail.com. Send an email to him. If you want to help us by covering some of these events for us, want to be one of our employees here at Overton Events, just contact Tyler again at overtonevents@gmail.com or call him at 931-704-7156. That's going to wrap it up from here in Cookeville to get your final score. Avery Trace 42, Overton County 0. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from Avery Trace.